Yo, what's up, YouTube, man? It's your boy Game Like Will, man, back with another video. And yeah, man, listen, this world really corrupt, bro. But we ain't gonna go into all that, MLK shit right now, bro. But you just gotta understand one thing, bro. It's like this whole world is set up a certain type of way, right? And as you get better at game, you're gonna realize, like, damn, this shit really, really crazy because it's like I don't want to talk off of emotions, you feel me, in this video. But it's certain people typically who you've been around, and because of your lack of game or your lack of social skills or whatever we want to frame this shit as, people who tried to capitalize off things that you may not even be aware. So you might have family members and they thinking like you a goofy or you not good with, they may think anything about you. They may even think you a fruitcake or some shit. But that's all a byproduct of, first of all, as like, okay, why this motherfucker don't get no pussy? Like, you feel me? Like, at the end of the day, it's just that simple. And anybody over the age of 18 should not be around their mother. You feel me? They just shouldn't, bro. Like, I can't stress that shit enough. You know what I'm saying? And in America, it's like, secretly that's the blacksmith of the black man's downfall, is being so close to their mom. You feel me? Even with the P Diddy shit, you feel me? It seemed like, now people talking about he had this crazy ass relationship with his mom. America really thrive off that mother and son dynamic with the black man and the black woman. And it's parasitic in nature, bro. It's really parasitic because, most of these young boys need their mother for certain things, but a lot of these mothers never really put their son in position to really, to really be a man. And it's not their fault either, you feel me? It's just the way the cookie crumbled, for real, for real. It's unfortunate, but, it's a lot of repairing and a lot of rehealing in these young black men that need to be done, for real, for real. And yeah, I could try to heal through my words on this channel, but it's even the way people eat, I said, the way people think, and the environment, you feel me? I know this for myself. Like, it's an environmental issue out here, you feel me? Like, think about it like this. Like, you are who you hang with. If you hang with your mom all day, you're a man, but you're always, you're more likely to speak from a place of femininity. Even if your voice is masculinity, it's covered in masculinity, but you're typically gonna talk from a place of, like in therapy. I don't know if y'all can hear that bullshit in the background, but in therapy, they taught me something called like think feel, or feel think. So you think you're thinking, but you're really feeling and thinking, and like this. It's like, think in terms of percentages. You may be thinking a thought, for real, but you don't realize, like, oh shit, underneath that thought was a feeling about the thought that made the thought the thought. But that's a deeper level of like psychoanalyzing like the human, makeup. And it's like, we are complex beings, bro. So it's like, I learned something called, I call it the gambit. And most men are trained and bred to compromise, and this is the downfall of the black man, bro. I don't care what nobody say. And for all my white boys that's listening, bro, it don't matter the race. It's just, I particularly like to talk to that crowd. But the compromise, right? We're gonna talk about that word real quick, because compromising means so many things, right? You got certain compromises that you just can't do nothing about in life. Then you got a lot of compromises. Bro, that shit stressing me out, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know if y'all can hear that shit, bro, but that shit forcing me to talk louder than I feel like talking. But I be feeling attacked, bro. Like, once I get attacked during the day, it's like, once you get attacked, even, like I just spoke on, by like these women and shit, they try to stress you out, and you could tell that they want bullshit. Like, it seemed like everything, the whole universe start trying to get you at once. Hold on. So look, man, I always talk about energy, protecting your energy, pr- protecting your peace, and just being a better version of yourself. And I have been aiming to do nothing but that. Nothing but that, right? I've been aiming to do nothing but that. And the problem is that this world got so many, you know, twists to it that you really can't assume that uh what you gonna call it? Like progress is something you have to work towards. Progress is something you can, like, bro. It's noise everywhere, bro. Like I promise you right now, bro. Progress in life is something you have to work towards. You have to fight for it. I'm gonna be frank with y'all. You know, because it is a lot of it's a lot of competition out here, and a lot of people don't think that. You know what I'm saying? Like I was just saying about, how mothers raise their son. Damn near raise their sons like the world is peaches and cream and shit, and then they son get out here and they can't navigate. You feel me? Because genetically or mentally, like, you feel me, like, and the opponent, or whoever is out here is so mischievous that they're making it almost impossible for people to ever have a chance at this shit called life. And you know what I'm saying, hold on, because I got to get on some real you know Dr. Umar shit in this one. Because if you don't address problems and shit that you see in the world, and this is another thing I had to get comfortable doing, bro, because the devil will grow you up in a way where you don't even like to address the things that's happening. So now not only do you got issues that are naturally born when you're born, already on earth happening, but you got people who they form a dependency on you being weak. And this is very, really typical in family dynamics. Like these people, they form a dependency, like, oh shit, he always let me talk to him this way, or he always was okay with me ignoring when he said this, or he always was. And then, when you grow a pair of nuts, you might really start not only standing up for yourself, because you probably was always by you just being a guy in general, you probably already always had that nerve, but they tried to kill your nerve. Like it's almost instinctual. Like, in America, women will try to kill your nerve, bring you down, and make you damn near laughing stock in the family, because they're just gonna be really, really devilish about everything. And it's like this, peep this. It's like, even when it come to you having a date in life, it's like certain mothers will try to um Machiavellian, like, embarrass you, or talk you out of shit. Like, so if you bring up some shit that you would probably bring up to your father, to your mother, because your father ain't there, and you talk to your mother is gonna take everything you say and then go to all the aunts and everybody and bring it up over and over again. And it could be anything. So now you got to be extra, extra quiet. If you learn, a skill or some shit, or how to talk to women better, you got to damn near duck these motherfuckers, and you got to have enough self esteem to never ever feel like, okay, let me share this with them to see what they think about it. Because what niggas will say is this: oh, well, they women, so So what'll happen? You'll be texting a female, and then you'll be like, kind of like insecure, like, damn, she might not text back if I say this, da da da. And or you'll be learning something, and then you'll go to your mom and be like, yo, mom, what if I did this? I mean, what if a guy did this? And what if, have a guy ever did this? And have you ever acted like that? And what your mother will do is try to disesteem you, because remember, she's a op. At the end of the day, she's a woman. So you're not looking at her as a op. You're looking at her as your mother, but she's looking at you as, oh, he's of the other. He's a guy, so he's an opponent. And this is so sick to me, because women have that. Like I said, I made a video before talking about their ambidextrous creatures, and that's what I mean. They could shoot with their left or their right hand, but a guy is only one hand. We only one hand, so it's like we don't do that. So it's like they will they will set you up in that regard, and you got that mean you got to literally have something that I call a gambit, which is the ability to not compromise your morals, your standards, your laws, your rules, your principles. your codes, your narratives. You can't compromise those as a man, and that's an obvious fucking thing. Like even like kids could pick up on this type shit. Like it's an obvious, but it's not so obvious. So as you get older, what you'll try to do is plant your feet as a man and start actually having laws, rules, codes, and these things, right? You'll say to yourself, "Wait, hold on, win, lose, or draw, I got to start doing this shit, right?" Problem is, these motherfuckers are so used to violating you that they damn near gonna get envious and mad that you're doing that and try to really, stand over you at that point and really try to violate you. So here's the thing. Like a lot of guys, they don't understand that it's a dog eat dog world, and when they hear that notion, they don't know how to what percentage or degree. You feel me? Because obviously that's still your mom, and obviously these are still certain people. So what it is guys, they lack balance, right? And this is what I literally was actually trying to tell my mom about like a situation I'm going through, but it's like cool because I can handle situations because I got game, right? But I just noticed that every little thing I tell my mom, she tries to fight it as a female because she don't want me to like, I don't know what it is. I feel like deep down women don't, especially these mothers, they really don't really see you as a man. And then they don't see your father as a man. And then they're almost trained to not, feel worthy of. Like, it's just weird. Like it's just like their whole downward spiral life, they project it onto you and they try to make it seem like, well, shit, if I, it's just that, that loser, that crab in the barrel mentality, bro. And it's like, what I'm saying? People will compete, they'll do whatever, they'll throw things up in your face, they'll say, oh, they'll cut you off a conversation, pick up the phone while you talking, but oh well, I got a life, I got a busy life. Okay, like shit, I got a life too, but we was in the middle of a conversation. But look, Pete, let me tell you something. When somebody disrespects you, they're trying to train other people or train you. First of all, they're trying to train you to be more flexible or, yeah, more yielding or accepting of disrespect. Cause in America, let's be honest, it's not too many, especially like young, like there is people who stand on, respect, and that's it. They're gonna die that way, and they've been that way, and their uncles and fathers and shit. But it's guys out here who raised by their mom. In that first quarter of their life, they probably were just out here just on some brainless shit, just hanging around, just people just not really thinking too serious about life, you feel me? And that's that dead zone because that's that zone where you don't want to be in because it's like when you decide like, okay, like I'm trying to become a better version of myself, it's like you gotta make almost like leaps of faith and you gotta take chances and take risks. Cause again, give you an example, a chick I'm talking to right now, it's like I'm setting up a date at the crib where I'm not going out. I don't got a job right now. I'm about to get monetized on YouTube, but until then, I'm not going out on no dates. Like, you either come into the crib and we're gonna, with her in particular, I said we could have a fruit date. Like, we could eat fruit at the crib and chill. Now, it is kind of erroneous for me to assume that she is gonna be down with that because not I'm a fruitarian. That don't mean every women love fruit, but that don't mean they're actually like in love with it the way I am. So it's like it is like again a leap of faith. It's a standard that I'm presenting and putting forward that could be better for the betterment, to be honest. Because see, let me tell you something. And this is why, like, if I tell my mom that, she'll say something like, well, yeah, I agree with her because I don't want to eat fruit on no first date, right? But think about it, like a lot of women have failed relationships because these guys, they don't stick their pole in the see, they're trying to stick their pole in the woman, but they're not trying to they don't have no risk to them. They're not like, okay, I'm gonna stick my pole, metaphorically speaking, my metal pole in the ground as a man, like I'm gonna do that and set standards that say like, okay, well, I know that to have a real healthy relationship, I have to be leading this motherfucking shit. Like, and we know that, bro. And women know that. But see, in America, women they'll know it and they'll still go against the grain, like, oh well, why you think like my mom was just trying to just find a like any loophole just to stress me out in that conversation. It wasn't even about, you feel me? Can you get a girl or not? Like she know a nigga is that. She know I could do that. It ain't about 98% of the shit my mom presents, she know I could get a job if I really, really lock the fuck in. She know I'm capable of mad shit. But it's like the spirit in the black woman, they just be wanting to argue with the black man. Like, you feel me? Like, they just be wanting to bring you down. Like, you feel me? And it's like, it get to a point where you gotta cut all your family off. I'm not even gonna lie. Because there's no reason I should be in the house right now feeling even a fucking pinch of stress. You feel me? It's no reason, bro. Like the type of diet that I eat, the type of breath work I do, breathing and shit, the type of activities and hobbies that I'm interested in, bro. Listen, there should be no reason in my life that I feel even a pinch of stress. And when I do feel that, I know that something's in the air. Like someone's doing some woo woo shit. I know someone's up to no good. You feel me? I know what's going on because think about it, bro. Like I said, all I do is eat fruit and vibe and chill and do make YouTube videos. If it's a pinch of stress, it's coming from some evil motherfucker. And remember, fucking motorcycle, bro. It's like bad luck, right? I noticed it. Like when you go and you talk to certain people and you chop it up, it could be a family member for real, for real. Cause think about it like this. This is the last thing me and my mom was talking about. Cause I had to break this shit down to her real quick. Cause I was telling her about something I call a gambit, and it's these two words, and when you're talking to women, and this is why most relationships fail because women throw that word up, compromising, and that will repulse a man. But the word gambit is the better word because I learned that a gambit is like a baby compromise. It's something that a real man would do, right? It's something that a real man would do because, as a human in life, there will be some type of compromise, but it's not the type of compromise that women be asking guys to do. It's the type of compromise that's more so like, okay, shit, I understand not every woman gonna want to eat fruit on the first day. I gotta be fucking living on earth. You know what I'm saying? I gotta be humilitized to that degree. So it's like, okay, balance. Like instead of me saying, okay, I'm gonna just cut her off because she don't want to do what I'm telling her, which is a tyrant. And then on this side, doing what she want me to do is being a fucking bitch. But being in the middle is the gambit, which is coming up with a sentence or a reply or a response that is cold and calculated enough to where it's like on a chessboard when you sacrifice a piece to make a play down the line for the betterment of us both, basically. No one feels like they lost anything in the conversation. No one feels like, it's too strenuous. No one feels like like I told Shorty come over for the for the fruit and we gonna eat and chill. And she said like something like, oh, but like laughing. I said, you ain't seem too like you feel me eager to do it. You said you was healthy, and then she said, yeah. She put the laughing emoji. She was like, but who wants to eat only fruit? So that was like her hinting at like she wants steak or some shit. Like I don't know, but I ain't no fucking trick, right? So it's like I'm gonna automatically be like, okay, bet. Now it's time to hit her with the gambit instead of the compromise. Because if I just say, okay, let's go get that's what do you want to eat, then that's fucking compromising. If I say, um, what you call it, okay, deuces, I don't want to fuck with you at all. She's gonna see me as some rigid bitch bastard type nigga, like who thinks he's so tough that women are smart enough to say, okay, fuck him, he didn't get no pussy anyway, acting like that. So, but if it's a gambit, which is not really a compromise, it's more so of a mitigation or balance of like a truce of like, okay, well then look, let's do this, and this is gonna work, and it doesn't give up your leadership position, it keeps you in that position. And so think about it, you raising a single family, your mom ain't never was letting you do that. Now, granted, if you was really smart, you would have been able to really finesse a lot of them situations with your mom when y'all was arguing. But unfortunately, the game ain't given to young niggas like that. You gotta grow into the game and learn it. By the time you get it, you like, damn, I'm about to really, really learn this shit now because I gotta really protect myself from all these vulturous ass people who gonna try to finesse you. Now listen, I told Shorty like this. You know, I said, oh, you don't think fruit is enough? I said something like this. You don't think fruit is enough? I said something like, LOL, that's bold or something like that. LOL. Then I said, what I say? That's bold. Then I said something basically saying like, let's do it this way this time. And if um I said something about like if you survive this, then we can what you call it? Fuck. If you survive this this date, then we could try some of the more mainstream stuff uh next time or later or whatever. That's a gambit. It's a certain type of compromise that a man would make on a chessboard. That's a chessboard. That's a chess move. Hopefully in this video y'all see the difference between those two things. And that's why the game, I know y'all, when y'all was younger, y'all might have seen somebody with elite game. They niggas had so much game, and this is the pinnacle right here. And this is what I was trying to tell my mom in the car. I'm like, I learned something called gambit. You know, and then because I'm with my mom, it's like I'm just gonna say it, but like I could have been with a friend or anybody, they would have just heard the shit and not thought nothing. But these women always gotta argue or challenge a nigga, but it's cool. But what I'm saying is like, even with your mom or any woman that you meet, or even friends, sometimes like it's important to know the gambit, because the gambit is not a real compromise. It's you staying as a leader. You know what I'm saying? A motherfucker who chooses to try to, treat you like a trick or treat you like you weak because you did a gambit is a fucking fool, and you need to cut them off anyway. Now you might be able to hit that before you cut them off, you feel me? But that, it's a good way to vet people. It's a good way to still look at people and be like, okay, well, because if you just everybody you meet, you cut them off before you ever even really meet the motherfucker, then you're not fucking meeting nobody, dumbass. But if you know the gambit, it's like you're staying in the game a little longer. You're able to still have some fun nights with them, still chill. You might cuddle. You might be like, damn, she got some good ass head. I ain't know she had that, but I would have never knew had I would have just been mad that she didn't want to eat fruit on the first date. When most women are getting treated to fucking Roof Chris. Come on, there has to be some compromise, but the compromise can't be no bitch ass compromise. And that's what I'm saying. Like the word compromise has been exploited because guys think that if you waver off of your shit even a little bit, that makes you emasculated. And it can. And it also depends what type of woman you talking to. Like, listen, all women are typically the same for the most part, but there is a little thing called respect. That's really a big thing. And here's the thing, some women just got more to give. Listen, if I don't respect myself, I'm not going to respect you. Let's start there. So a lot of guys can't find love because they're looking at women, and when they go out and they look for looks. And I do this shit all the time too, but it's cool. Right? Now, I don't do it all the time. I do a percentage. We should do 70-30, right? 70% of the time look for personality, 30% of the time look for looks. Because I'm telling you, when you break things down into percentages, you get shit done. But what I'm saying is that, you know, it's a good percentage because it's a realistic one. In America, a lot of people bitter, bro. They spoil motherfuckers. Everybody think they deserve steak and shrimp tips and shit. Like, bitch, I don't even know you. Like, this ain't me disrespecting Shorty, but I'm just saying, like, in general, like, I don't even know you. Like, you feel me? So flip that on me, like, oh, you asking me to come to your crib. I don't even know you. But listen, this is where it gets crazy because I'm not asking you to come to the crib. I'm telling you. I'm not telling you in some weird way, but I'm giving a directive. And this is why I say, really, the vetting and shit, all that shit, and all of that shit come at the beginning. It don't come when you 3 years or 3 months in with a chick. It come now. You can see a person personality now. You don't gotta wait. As soon as you start talking to a female, because another female would be happy you telling her. She'll be proud, like, oh shit, a guy want me to come see him. Like, you feel me? And it ain't about being ugly. It's about being just, a lover of nature. Like, you feel me? I want to link up with somebody. I want to experience life a little more. Like, I'm not going, be too hell bent on eating a steak that I'm not going to just link with this nigga. Like, you feel me? Obviously, I thought he was cute, so I gave him my Instagram. Obviously, we're having a good conversation. I'm not going to risk it all. And that's the problem I be having with certain women. Is like, y'all really gonna risk it all just because of one little minor detail. Like, that's kind of like, in my opinion, it's kind of dumb because we are in America and we are black. It's like, why would you risk it all for certain. Like you just gotta be a little bit smarter, because then you just be the same woman who's single for the rest of your life, and then you look at another woman and be like, damn, how she got a man and I don't got a man. It's like, well, that woman got a little bit more knowledge. You know how to treat a man a little bit better. And that's why, it ain't really nothing wrong with you per se. You got standards and that's cool. But it's like, you got to understand, bro, like, it ain't about compromise. Like I said, it's about the gambit. Like, a girl could even hit me with some shit like, okay, I don't want to come over right now. But maybe if we keep talking and in a week I still like you, da 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 da. I might not like that way that tastes, but guess what? She could meet my gambit with a gambit. You feel me? And that's what's wrong with people. People don't know how to communicate, bro. That's the biggest problem I see in the date in life. Nigga, fuck the dating world, nigga. In my family, like, if people know how to talk better and communicate more effectively, then it just changes everything. Cause a motherfucker could hate you all they want, but they can't tarnish your name. They can't do nothing to you because the way you handled the situation was too elite. See, elite success. See, if you're gonna learn anything from the elites, learn this. Elite success and flawless victories do exist. You feel me? And when you're doing everything right, a motherfucker hate you, but they just can't do nothing to you because you're doing everything right. And it's still good and bad on the planet. You feel me? Like, people out here are really ruined and wrecked. You feel me? The mindset they got, the fucking, you don't know what type of shit is in their veins from these shots and shit. You don't know what's in the food. You don't know. So a lot of the shit they think, bro, you can't even think that they thinking that for real. You just gotta know that niggas are just, you know, 2024, they made it to this year, and that may mean their brain is fried. You feel me? You don't know people. Like, I'm not going, yeah, I'll invite you to my crib because I could tell, like, shorty, you cool. Like, I talk to you in person. I could tell you a vibe, and yeah, I don't got the money right now. It may be a stupid move because I'm not just gonna invite any woman to the crib, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like I felt you out a little bit, and based on your Instagram, your photos, and the conversation we had, you know what I'm saying? You seem cool. Now, this the thing. Like, I'm not inviting just any chick over to the crib. So like I said, a female should look at that domino right there and be like, maybe he, like, I just think we living in a different time and everything is like rigged. Everything is rigged a certain type of way to where it's like, it's just like a fucking, like, I don't know, it's just weird, but it's like it's so rigged that it'll make it harder to actually find love. But it's just like, at the end of the day, you just gotta take the good with the bad, bro. That's my opinion. Like, for me personally, man, I feel like, here's the thing, like, I'm only gonna do but so many gambits. I'm only gonna do but so many gambits. If I gotta do 3 gambits with you, then that's my sign that we're not going nowhere, because you don't really take leadership from men as a comfortable thing. And I can't do it. I'm sorry. I can't do it. I need a woman who at least I like women that's looking for that. Like, oh, I've been looking for a guy who gonna just tell me what to do, tell me to pull up, tell me this, tell me that. And it ain't because I want some blind fucking idiot around me, but it's like, at the same time, I kind of do want a woman who is flexible. That's what makes you feminine, right? I do kind of want a woman who has that versatileness, because the same shit that could make a woman a snake could make her like a really good, like, woman, like, for real, because that flexibleness, that ability to still have standards and shit, but still be able to really, what I'm saying, just be a supportive female, like, just be a ride or die for real. I mean, and this is my opinion, bro. I could be wrong. Y'all could give me y'all opinions on this shit, but I just feel like women are complex and they dynamic, and they could be for the good or for the worse. And you know, that's why I say 3 gambits. And then if she not fucking, because again, not fucking, but not fucking with it. But look, if I say, oh, like, let's do this, and then, next time we can do that, that's a gambit. If she be like, well, I really don't want to come over, da 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 da. Okay, cool. Well, that's her gambit to my gambit. Then I hit her with one more. Well, you know what? You're right. Maybe coming over is kind of too early. How about we just FaceTime and stay on the phone and have a date through FaceTime? That's another gambit. Most women will do that though. I ain't gonna lie. So that's what I would take it, probably that, or maybe, even say, all right, cool, let's just go get some tea or some shit. Like, you feel me? Like, but remember, most of the dating coaches I look up to, they say, man, if a girl ain't trying to do what you trying to do, cut her off. And I take that as a sign of wisdom. I'm gonna keep it a buck because you will skip out on a lot of bullshit in the future if you just got that white and black thinking, bro. Because a lot of the game is built in that white and black thinking. You know, it's only a couple gambits you could do before you're doing too much compromising, bro. So it's like, you know, if a woman make you do it twice, you just gotta like kind of chop. You gotta kind of check her probably on that or something. Like you gotta hit her with something. Be like, listen,